welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Well, thank you for sticking with us for the entire hour. That's right, every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on AM 20 KHTS and now FM 98.1. How about that?
Nice.
Don and Gino, after 7 years, have just got twice as good. We needed all the help we can get.
He tries to say that every week since we've gone to FM. I don't think it's twice as good, but we could reach twice as many of you, and that's fantastic.
I'm hoping
We're
if I
excited
keep
about
saying it,
that.
somebody will tell me that they heard me keep saying it. That means they're listening to the show, Gino.
Is that like a fake it till you make it type of thing, Don?
Well, we don't care about your personal life, Gino.
Oh, God. Dang.
You set yourself up again.
did.
After 7 years, you think you'd figure it out.
No.
It's a story of life. Hey, by
It
the way,
happens.
we do enjoy our lives here at Skyline Home Loans. This is what we do. We help you with the dream of home ownership and helping you get into your first home, your next home, refinance your home, debt consolidation. But if you want true advice, that's what we do. We do not just give you a rate, and we have the best. We're one of the biggest companies now in the nation, one of the top 10 lenders in the nation. And so we have it all. We have every product. But what you really want is true advice. And another reason why we brought Randy Plaice with Randy Plaice and Associates with RE/MAX on our show to give real advice. I mean, you just gave us some pearls of wisdom about your team, about being transparent, about how you're helping sellers a little differently than others because you're transparent and honest with them and getting the job done.
Yep.
And our last segment, we have to hit buyers because I think they're in the most pain right now.
Sure.
So how are you helping buyers get into home with this limited inventory? I mean, we have our ways, we'll piggyback on it, but
Sure.
I know you're doing a great job because you just shared with us, wow, we've already got this many buyers in this year already. You've got more buyers in this year in the first quarter than most real estate agents do in an entire year.
Yeah, fair.
For sure. No,
Fair.
for sure. We know. We work with them.
I know you do. I know.
So yeah, we're proud of you. That means you guys are doing a great job, you and your
Thanks.
team.
Thanks.
So how are you doing it?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to relationships. I think a lot of it is the relationship with the client where they trust us. And so there's lots of pieces to this, but they trust us. And when we say, hey, here's a property that's priced at $575,000, it's been on the market for 1 day, and I happen to know it's a high interest area, odds are going into that weekend, there's going to be other offers in there. And you're trying to undercut them and try to go in at 560 or something significantly lower is not going to serve you. What's going to happen is you're going to get beaten out. It's going to hurt you. Unless you emotionally don't care. If it's just an investment and it's just a numbers thing, that's totally different. You can play it all day long. You'll miss out on quite a few, but you'll catch a few too. But if it's something that you're really emotionally invested in, you have to go in with a reasonable offer. That's number one. Number two is I've got a lot of relationships with a lot of the agents out here because I'm on either the board of or I'm a part of all the other networking groups out here like CMA, AG, I'm part of WCR, Women's Council, I'm part of NAREP, I'm part of all these organizations.
Sounds like a rap song.
I don't know. Rap's not my strength. I don't know.
You can hire someone for that.
The
I'll
CMA
have a job
and
for-
the AG and the next.
Okay, I have no idea on now. Okay, I can't
Don't
go
mind
there
me,
at all.
I'm just kidding.
My
I
ability
just
to
thought
rap
it's funny.
is not there. I can't break dance. I can't do any of that stuff. All right.
That's why you do real estate.
That's why I do real estate.
Right.
And I like to think we do it at a high level.
Okay.
But okay, so because of those groups, we do have a lot of relationships. And how does that help? Well, it helps. Number one, we find out about stuff before it comes to the market. We find out about things that are being rehabbed, fixed. People are just starting to consider going live in the MLS. Maybe they're waiting for it to line up with the school year or whatever it is. So we find out about a lot of things before other people. So if you're just dependent on Zillow or your agent to send MLS listings or whatever.
Please tell me no.
You mean
No,
too late?
of course not.
You mean toolate.com?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh, Zillow's just awful. I mean, I've had to go on and even just look at rentals and everything was gone already.
Well, I think that's why you need a multi-pronged approach to find things. If you want to do things on your own and you're up at 3 in the morning like we talked about before, a real estate fear of your own creeps in, and you want to look at stuff, by all means do that. We have a website that's up to date, Randy Plaice and Associates.com, where you can search for everything real time, so it's not outdated.
I mean,
so
it's
that's
real
helpful.
time. That's huge.
Real time, and it's real time syndicated, so it's always accurate.
Because
as
those
long-
other sites aren't.
Oh no, a lot of those other sites are not, but also it's as accurate as the agents make it. So if the agents aren't updating everything, which they're pretty good out here, but if they don't, it's going to be inaccurate because of that. It's
Yeah,
not.
and
But
I mean,
you'll
there's
know
some
it.
of that, right? I mean, if you receive,
Yeah.
even, I'm just saying, as an agent, if you receive 10 offers today,
Yeah.
and you're still going back and forth, if someone goes to look at the property today, they're probably too late, right? But the property still needs to be on the market until it's under contract.
Yep.
So but the reality is that right now in this market, I was talking to someone at my dental office the other day, like, oh, we saw this house and we're thinking of writing an offer. I'm like, thinking. You lost it already.
Yeah.
I was like, you have to write like almost at the house.
Okay, on that, go ahead.
That's really, really important. So timeliness is extremely important in this market, and that's also part of the relationship and the trust. You have to trust that, look, if we go out and we say, look, this house is going to go quickly, you have to know we're looking out for your best interest, and we're not just trying to fast track a commission, because that's not what it is. It's us educating you about the speed of the market, and the speed of the market is extremely fast. So what does that mean? We need to make sure we have a pre-approval from a reputable lender like you guys, especially out here where that matters, where if you guys have a name like yours behind that offer, it's going to hold some weight. That's important, because even
so you leverage that.
Of course, it's a major thing we leverage.
Okay.
That, also proof of funds to show that you have the down payment, you have the ability to do the loan. Those things have to already be in the agent's arsenal or in our arsenal, so we're ready. So we find that one house that you love, we write a realistic offer that we think is going to stick, we pair it with those two pieces that are already setting you up to win, and we call the agent who hopefully, most likely, I already have a relationship with, and say, hey, you know us, you know that we're going to see the deal through. It's going to be stable, it's going to be stress minimized, it's going to be professional, there's not going to be any weirdness that goes on, and if so, something goes sideways, you know we're going to see it through and make it right.
And then we make the call,
and then we make our call too. So
just so they know that you're financially, like we let the listing agent know that your buyer is as solid as can be. Better than we actually tell them, because you got to compete with cash offers also.
Yes.
We actually inform the listing agent, this is way better than cash offer, because they're fully approved. This loan will close. We've already done all the homework. We already know the numbers. It's basically approved loan, but they're emotionally invested in the home, where a cash offer is not.
Yeah, a cash offer is always a little bit of a dangerous offer, right? You never know if you're going to get a hard money loan. You never know if they really have the cash. Is it really their cash?
Do they really want the home, or they're bidding on 3 different ones?
Yeah, and so cash is a little dangerous. So a good finance loan is actually a good buyer.
And what you just touched on is super important also, because oftentimes they're all cash. This happened to me 3 times this year already. We're just in Q2 now. Q1 it happened 3 times. All cash buyers. Not all cash buyers. What are they? They're hard money. They're getting hard money. They're not really all cash. Their money is not in the bank. It's somewhere else. And when you do digging, you do your diligence, you find out the truth of the matter. And you know what? All it is a sheep in wolf's clothing. No, a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Right.
Yeah. But either way, it's not what you think it is. So there's a lot of risk to it. So of course you want to have a loan from a reputable lender, because it matters.
All right. So in closing, we went over quite a few things. One, the strength of the Randy Plaice and Associates team. I mean, I know you're really proud of the 11 people on your team overall.
That's huge.
And growing.
And growing.
Yeah.
You're with Remax, one of the most reputable companies out here that's got a long track history of just doing a great job. You've done a great job. You build your reputation by being educated, knowledgeable, always educating yourself for more, like we do. I mean, it's funny when people go, well, you've got 30 years experience. Why do you need to go to any of those, training meetings or seminars anymore? It's because that's how I stay at the top of my game.
Every day. I mean, we train every day, right? You can't go to the gym once every 3 years and expect to get some sort of result, right? You have to go daily. And it's the same thing for your brain. If you want to get better at your craft, you have to train daily, and you have to train from people that have done it before, people that do it at a higher level, people, like you said, people that do it at the same level. Just you have to communicate with other people that are in your business to see what they're doing to succeed and help their buyers and sellers.
Yeah, I like to stand on the shoulders of giants, so I learn from what other people have done, so I can replicate their success, and I can hopefully grow on that. So I'm always reading every day, audio books through Audible, podcasts,
I hear you.
all these things, because I want to be better. But also the way that it serves the client is, number one, they get a better version of me tomorrow than they had today. But also,
that's a good statement.
we also get a lot of agent referrals. So there's a lot of other listing opportunities that come through the pike that we would not have had otherwise. So because I'm going to the conferences and I'm staying current, I'm seeing the people that I know from out of the area or out of the state sometimes, or even out of the country, we're getting opportunities that are now being presented to our hungry buyers. So that's also one of the ways that we can kind of shore up that issue.
Nice philosophy.
Cool.
Look at you and your transparency and your success. We're very proud of you, Randy.
Well,
Thanks,
what I
buddy.
did hear, too, is that you are
Proud of
still
you guys,
expanding your team. So if someone's listening right now and they want to join your team, how do they get a hold of you?
They can reach me, either text me at 818-294-0414, or email me at randy@randyplaice.com, Plaice, or just search on social. I'm on every channel. My name, or just YouTube me. I mean, you can find me. I'm out there. I make sure that we do a lot of media and bring out a lot of good information. So reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you guys.
What a heck of an interview. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Glad we had you
Good
on.
stuff.
Just so you know, he was supposed to be on for 30 minutes. We kept him on for the whole hour for a reason. Great
Appreciate it.
quality information. And again, we love your success, and we love to back you up any way we can, because we know you're a true professional out here and a good dude.
I appreciate it. I love you guys too. And you know, your office is great. You know, I don't know if a lot of your listeners have seen the new spot, but you guys are going in a great direction too. Proud of you guys too. It's great.
All right.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Good team, and thank you for being part of our show every Saturday. You can find out more by going to donandgino.com. We also do a national video blog 5 days a week called the National Real Estate Cafe, or the best group of professionals we can put together that change your life, called America's Professional Resource Group. That's at aprgi.com. We have it all for you. And we had Randy Plaice here with Randy Plaice and Associates with RE/MAX. Great job today, buddy.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right. So we'll catch you next Saturday. So have a great weekend. And if you're a buyer, go find a home.